everybody's joining us. We're gonna go into one more round, and then stay with us, because when we're done, we have something else that's going to be a bigger surprise. So stay with us.
So I took a page out of Jan's book. Hi, Deb. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, Deb's muted. I had to switch to my noise canceling headphones because my landscapers are here. Tara, thanks for joining us. Hi, Dr. Roger. Okay, so Deb is in our hot seat today, and I'm super excited because I have worked with Deb. Deb's sister was one of the first mentors I ever had. She totally changed my life. It's unrecognizable as of 7 years ago. So you totally deserve this opportunity, Deb. So you're going to have 2 minutes to describe who you are, what your business is, and what your challenge is. And we are going to do our best to help you. The rules of the game is first 2 minutes explanation, next 7 are going to be clarifying questions. So try not to give counsel in that next segment, right? We're just asking questions about Deb and her business to get clear. And then the last 7 minutes are going to be us providing resources, introductions, counsel. Deb, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready and excited.
Okay, good. Your 2 minutes starts right now.
Okay, well, I'm Deb Battersby, and I've spent the last 15 years being a coach to entrepreneurs. And I have discovered a method of coaching that is powerful in creating transformation. So powerful that I feel, and I've known for a long time, that I need to share it with the world. Because I've always been in search of what's the difference between strategy, effort, conditioning, and change, and real transformation. And this journey of exploring and challenging, working with the subconscious to create transformation has produced amazing results for my clients. But that's not enough. There's too many people in this world that are limited, they're suffering, they don't understand why they're doing what they're doing or why they're feeling what they're feeling. And I want to equip as many coaches as I possibly can to help resolve those issues. So my challenge is to figure out how to take this method, this structure, into the coach arena, because they would be a brand new client for me. That has not been my focus for the last 10, 15 years.
Awesome. So we stopped a little short of her 2 minutes. I'm just going to, Deb is not just like a coach. Deb is someone that can break down why it is you make decisions. Is it because of something happened as a trauma early in your life? How you heal that, how you reprogram your brain. It is the most powerful training I've ever personally been through. So to call her a coach is like not enough, right? There's tons of people that call themselves coaches. It's very unimpressive. Forbes could probably give you like a little segment on how to like create your pitch so that you sound like the unicorn that you truly are. But we're going to ask clarifying questions. So my first question is, who right now is your best paying client?
If you're talking about my corporate client, that's very different than my coaching clients.
Yep.
So help me understand which client I need to tell you about.
So I heard you say, I want coaching clients, like
Right.
I want it to help coaches, but do you not have any coaches right now that you're teaching your program to?
Well, 3 weeks ago, I launched my online course for Freedom Point, and Freedom Point is my coaching model. And I have 30 people in that class right now. And there are 5 people who chose to upgrade to a VIP experience, to go more in-depth and to get personal transformation at the same time. So I would have to put them in the category of my best clients.
Okay, so they're all coaches and they're all getting personal coaching and learning how to teach what you do.
Exactly.
Okay.
I would say, are they all coaches? I think one of them is not actually a coach, but is very involved in leading a large team of people.
Okay. Who wants to go next for clarifying questions?
I can just ask a couple of questions. Deb, tell me some things that are included in your curriculum.
In my curriculum right now, I have video modules on each segment of the process, followed with downloadable exercises to complete at the end of each module, followed with a weekly practice that we do live with a Q&A segment, as well as a special weekly meeting for the VIP participants.
But can you give me one topic? I mean, when I say curriculum, one topic that you cover, just an example?
Well, what I'm teaching is actually the formula, Freedom Point. And
Okay.
Freedom Point represents a method of transformation.
Okay.
And Freedom Point has 5 components to it. So they are the curriculum.
Got you. Okay, great. Thank you. It's good to see you too.
Lovely to see you too, Jen.
Dolores, do you want to go next?
Yeah, I love what you're doing, Deb. And let me ask you a question. Have you thought of certifying this program or doing continuing education for ICF coaches? Like, I'm an ICF coach. In order to continue advancing, I would have to do continuing education. Have you thought of that?
I have. I actually have, and thought now that my online course is available, I would have something for them to review. But I also don't know that, because I'm not an ICF coach. I actually, although I have certifications in hypnotherapy and NLP and NAC and a couple other things, I don't have a coaching certification. I don't know if that would preclude my work in some way or not.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that, but have you thought of whether it's through coaching or through the therapy world, first of all, for continuing education? But independent of that, are you planning of giving your participants a certificate of completion, like you're certified by XYZ?
Absolutely. It is a certification program, and I've actually been teaching it in live workshops for 10 years. This is the first time that it's gone online.
And is there a book around it too?
No, there is not.
That's coming?
Well, Deb is an author, but not to this book.
Yeah, not this book yet. I've attempted it a few times.
Yet.
Yet, she needs one.
Yes.
So
Tara,
Deb,
do you want to go next?
yes, please. So Deb, who is the end user? So the coach's primary target. So what type of coaches? There's such a range. And what is the benefit of the end user? Is it an entrepreneur? Who's the end user?
The beautiful thing about this is this curriculum is all about the use of emotional intelligence. The end user, it doesn't matter what their goal is. What we're looking at is what are the limiting emotional patterns that are in the way of the goal, in the way of the outcome the individual wants. It is designed to process trauma. It is designed to process phobias, limiting beliefs, identity challenges, language patterns, you name it. It is all about re-engineering the subconscious to eliminate the obstacles in the way of whatever it is they want to achieve.
Thank you.
All right, are you guys ready to give counsel? Who wants to go first?
Is it okay if I take notes, or will I?
I would rather you just absorb the information and experience it while it's happening. We'll provide you with the notes after the fact, because I think if you're in the moment, you won't have to worry about, oh, I have to remember this, I have to write this down, right? So you're just by osmosis for the moment.
Love that. That's even better.
Yeah, and it's all being recorded, right? That's the best thing about this. The whole event is being recorded. So the 7 minutes of counsel is going to be feedback. And the biggest thing for you, Deb, is not all of the feedback is going to be relevant. So I want you to just be vulnerable and just say thank you, and you can keep what you need and leave what's not relevant. Fair?
Absolutely.
Okay, 7 minutes starts now. Who wants to go first?
Can I go?
Forbes?
Deb, can I say something? You are finally smiling. Look at your face. Your pitch, you were so nervous about the pitch part that you forgot how beautiful you are, and now I finally see you. So please don't think about pitch as though it's something else. I love when Dolores talked about a TED Talk is not what you're going to, it's not a speech. It's an extension of who you get to be. Your face now is somebody I now want to do business with. The second thing is we actually cut you off, not we, they did, because you kind of ran out of time. And so my question to you is, did you begin with the end in mind? What did you want us to really know? And it shouldn't take that long. Set it up so that we say yes in our hearts 3 times, going, oh yeah, I want to, she nails it. She's got credibility. She's got great clients. She knows what she's talking about. I can't wait to train with her. So try and get 3 yeses, even subconsciously, because as soon as we do that, when you go to close the pitch, we're already on your side. Make sense?
Absolutely. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Lisa?
Yes. So Deb, just with some of the questions that were asked, I think a really great target would be to go after, I actually know the answer for Dolores for the ICF because I have the NAP Leadership and Coaching Academy, as you know, and I followed all the guidelines for ICF just in case we wanted to give it as credit. You have to have gone through their program. The owners have to have gone through it. But it doesn't matter. There's other things like IIN and other organizations that have certification programs that those people maybe have a skill in nutrition, but they don't have it in the neuroscience. They don't have the emotional work. So I think targeting those people that already have one niche, but this would actually make them superheroes, that would be another direction to go.
Great.
I hope that the weed whackers don't overpower me, but I had this idea for you, Deb, that you have a resource to identify employees that are at risk. So whether it's like CEOs, CFOs, CEOs, the really powerful people that are getting in trouble right now on social media for how they're behaving. I think that everything from big business to professional sports teams, if they could identify new players that are coming in that are at risk, players that need counseling to fix whatever that thing is that's going to end their career or end they're going to commit brand slaughter or reputation slaughter, whatever it is. You have like a magic ingredient where you could prevent things that are costing companies billions of dollars. And every company out there should think, if I'm bringing someone in, this person has the power to make us or break us, right? How do we protect the investment? We're offering them, like Compass, they're paying 6 figures to bring on huge producers from other companies, but are they protecting their 6-figure investment by making sure that person isn't at risk to say something stupid on social media, right? Because of some underlying limiting belief that Deb Battersby could have fixed. So that's my advice. Jane, did you have something that you wanted to say?
I mostly grade people on body language. So is that okay? No, I mean, really, hey, Deb. No, as I kind of know Deb, and she's a friend too. And so I was trying to get, what is the read that I would get? Because maybe nowadays you will be contacting them virtually, Deb. So I just maybe thought maybe I could give some information on that. I wrote down some words, and I think the genuineness in you comes out so easily. It's not even a task for you to appear genuine. It's natural, I think, for you. So that's a good point for you to have. But you have such a gentle soul that I want you to speak up more about who you are and what you do. Just give it to them, Deb, that way. And the other one, I just have that, you have such a soft-spoken spirit that if you are training someone, I do believe that they will take wording from you because it seems like you've lived it. And when you said the words reimagining your subconscious or rearranging your subconscious, I think when you say those words to people, just looking at you and the image you send out to people, people will bite on that. So I would hit that real strong.
Thank you.
So I give you a 9.2.
Tara, and then Dolores.
I'm sitting in my screen. I'm next to Jan, and I have this sudden compulsion to want to scratch my face, and I'm working so hard. But I have the urge to encourage you, Deb, to really narrow your target audience and go down one really passionate channel and go deep and be universally unique in there, because I think people have to say, that's me, when they hear what you say, and they have to be people that, as everybody says, not only wants to have what you do, but is willing to pay for it. And depending on your pricing strategy, you might limit the types of people that could afford it, but you might get higher quality. But not to be afraid to narrow your target audience, and then you will have a very clear marketing strategy. Probably a lot of people want what you have, but you're probably not at a place to be able to serve all those people at once. So I would say do that. Everyone wants that big audience, but the real answer is to get that really narrow target audience.
Thank you.
Dr. Dolores and then Dr. Roger.
Thank you, Tara, because I'm going to build on what Tara just said. We were completely aligned in the feedback for Deb is when you target every problem, you target none. And so I think if it's important for you to find that ideal person that can have the most impact when you empower them with your tool. And the best way to attract them, kind of following from Forbes and her advice, is lead with the return on investment on their investment in you. So let's say that you are targeting coaches, and these are coaches that are working with a specific type of people who are specifically stuck in a specific problem, and that they might be great coaches, but they find this roadblock on and on again with their clients. And if they can just equip themselves with that expertise, now their rates can be doubled and their impact can be quadrupled. And so the narrower you go, the bigger you're going to have, and counterintuitively, the more impact you're going to have.
Thank you.
Dr. Roger?
Yeah, I mean, I love what they're saying. You know, it's finding the blue ocean in the red ocean, right? So, and there's a big coaching market there. So you can absolutely, when you niche it down, it's great. But I do have some insight, and you may already be doing this. I didn't get it from the questions that were asked, and I was waiting for my turn, but we moved over to this segment. Was in your coaching program, when they become certified coaches, what happens next?
From that point, they have the opportunity at what I call create transformation in a single conversation. I insist that they raise their fees. I insist that they have a minimum charge for whenever doing this kind of transformation work. We do have some resources to connect them with to help market their expertise. Here, my goal, and I'll be real honest, my goal is to help people understand how to create transformation. And I want to help coaches be effective in solving problems quickly. And I love the feedback that you're giving me, and it's opening up a lot of questions. So I'm open to further suggestions.
All right. So here's my last take on that. It's there's a few ways that you can go with it. In my opinion, is when the coaches get trained by you, now they can become coaches for you, and they can train other coaches. So that takes the pressure off of you, right? Secondly, is that you can move them all their clients that they begin to have, and move them into a private membership group that you and the other coaches that are in it will be running, and there could be a per month per individual fee. And then that's just residual income that's consistently happening for you. So those are just two little quick things that you could begin to apply in the coaching space. It's something that we do as well in our Spring Set energizing weight loss system. So I was just sharing, some of the things
That's
that were
awesome
for us.
I think that's great feedback, that she needs a residual monthly income that she gets when she sleeps money, right? Forbes calls it mailbox money.
Yep. And I'm happy to support you in any way that I can, Deb.
Thank you.
Deb, I want to introduce you to a guy who works with really big businesses. He does strategizing, and he owns the Center for Respectful Leadership. I think that partnering with other really big people that are work specifically in the corporate space could actually spread you this way. Right? You only have so many hours in a day. And if you could make those connections and then you refer that client to your little space, coaches will come to you if you say, I have clients. I have clients, but you have to be qualified to handle these clients.
I love
right?
it.
So that could be a feeder that you've got channel partners out there bringing you clients, and then people are dying to get into your program because they want that. These guys are paying $50,000 retainers to bring on coaches. How cool would that be if you got a piece of that pie and you had people lined up to get into your program?
I love that, because I think with all of the feedback you guys have given me, you've activated the thing that is always been my niche, and that's leadership. And I didn't see it until listening to all of your feedback, that's the end user that I want. That's always been the end user.
You're totally capable, Deb. So we'll make sure. Lisa, do you have something?
Yeah, one more before we're going to close up. Deb, one more thing is what I had found, and you probably will, is I actually have had owners of companies and human resource people go through certification programs to help the internal challenges. So if you want to go the direction of leadership and you're already in the corporate arena, people know you as that, it's an easier transition. It's not a big pivot. It's literally, you're already there. It's just another product you're offering.
That makes so much sense. Thank you.
Awesome. Okay, so we're going to wrap it up. Thank you, everyone. Do you want to
Love you, Deb.
So,
And, congratulations, Deb. Congratulations, too.
Sounds awesome what you're doing.
yes, wonderful. So Deb, thank you for being here and for sharing, and for also giving us the opportunity to see ideas for you and for other people. Okay. And I'm actually going to ask everybody just to give me a minute, and I'm going to ask you to come back for our speakers if you can, because we're going to do some Q&A from what people have been asking us out there in the field. I just have a couple other things to do first, then we're going to do the Q&A. And stay with us. Again, hashtag help businesses thrive. Also, Lisa Lieberman-Wang, Find to Fab. And if you didn't, any of Tara, Jan, Dolores, Dr. Roger, hashtag the names with what you're taking away. As I said, we have more prizes and gifts to give you for being connected and to stay here. So we will see you shortly. Be right there.
Thank you, everyone.